Are you ready? You ready to do this? Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, Stacy. I don't think you want to be in my video. My mom always does that too. She clicks that and I'm like, I'm not putting you on my video, but good morning to you. Okay, so this morning, let's chat a little bit about the sleeping and the dreams, and then we'll jump into the other stuff. So it feels very much like this first part of 2021 has been kind of quiet, right? Like almost like for me, it's felt like I'm in a cocoon a little bit, and like I need to rest. And it's not that I'm exhausted unless you get me after 5 p.m. I'm not exhausted, but it's like I'm needing more sleep. And for once in my life, actually listening to that, because I have to listen to myself now, and actually sleeping, taking that rest, and it is allowing me to, I think, integrate these energies in a more comprehensive way. So I hope that if you are feeling that extra tired feeling, or even that you just want to sleep longer, it's not that you're tired, allow yourself to do the things that your body's asking for, because there's a reason. There's a reason for it. 2021 is not going to be slow and sleepy at all. So if we are in a period of slow and sleepy at any point in time this year, we need to tap into what that means, which means be slow and sleepy and take a freaking break. Okay? So let us be intuitive this year. Let us listen to the messages we are receiving that our body is giving us and how we are interacting with the energies around us, and just listen. Don't try to overpower your intuition with your logic. Okay? Don't try to overpower your intuition with your logic. That feels like a thing. Jen, will you remember this for me? Jen remembers the things that I just say and I don't remember, but that feels like an important thing. So, and I say that because we still have so much programming. We have so much programming in here that tells us we have to be productive, especially this month. January is typically a month where so many of us just dive in and we're like, okay, we're not gonna let this laziness overcome us, or we're not gonna do it like last year where it's gonna be my year, we're gonna do it right, we're gonna do all the things, look at my to-do list, and whatever it is you're doing. Let that not be your month. What a terrible way to start a year, right? Like seriously. Every time I've set a New Year's resolution that had anything to do with changing fundamental parts of myself, it has never worked. It has never worked. It has always created some sort of a disconnect within myself, and then I'm mad at myself for not changing fundamental parts of myself in 2 weeks during the first month of the new year. And then I'm like, fuck it, let me just completely, oh my God, I'm sorry, kids. Let me just completely, dissemble and just eat popcorn and peanut butter for the rest of my life, because who cares? We don't want to do that this year, because we deserve more. We deserve better. We deserve to be kind to ourselves every single day, and to listen to ourselves every single day, and to understand that if there are things that you truly wish to shift about your daily life, about your body, about your mind, your thoughts, all those things, that's not going to be a New Year's resolution. That is a gentle and loving invitation from yourself to yourself to shift behavior so that you can be happier and feel better on this planet at this time. That I can get behind with you. The rest of it, no. I hope that's been clear, because being unkind to ourselves is so 2018. And we are now in 2021, where we put ourselves first, where we practice loving kindness towards our own selves first, where we wake up in the morning and say, what do you want, you beautiful thing? And then we give it to ourselves. And we don't feel guilty about it. We feel excited for new adventures that we're going to have. We feel excited for the way that we are connecting with ourselves and with others around us in these new upgraded ways. We feel excited about what's coming next, and we listen. So feel into that for yourself. If you found yourself in that place where it's January and you feel any kind of pressure to do anything, okay? Just, unless it's very enjoyable to you, okay? So that's what I have to say about that. Let me hit some waves on the Instagram. Wave, wave, wave. Okay. The other thing I want to say that has been really on my mind this weekend a lot, just kind of continually cycling through, is no one else is going to change the things that are wrong. We're here to make those changes. And a lot of the things that are wrong, and I'm using air quotes because it's not the correct word, but the things that are off and non-resonant and don't fit in with New Earth society, we have to be the ones to say something about that. And I'm going to give you a list of things that need to be spoken about and task you with speaking about them if you see them. Because if we don't do that, if we people who have sensible, grounded energy at this time don't speak to these things, we can't expect anyone else to, okay? Racism, however hidden, veiled, made in jest it is, it does not work anymore. It isn't funny. Grandpa's jokes aren't funny. Your husband's jokes aren't funny. Your kid, whoa. We can't do that anymore. Racism isn't okay. So understanding that racism isn't okay, if we hear something or see something that is in direct violation of what we know to be just, fair, and in the spirit of love, it is really upon us to say something. And that doesn't mean you have to go around being like the vigilante police over here and creating arguments with people. Certainly not. It's gentle correction. It's removing yourself from the situation if the people you are speaking to don't want to see that. It's saying something, even just a provocative something, to have people think about it. Like, did you actually think about what you said, or did you just say something that you've been saying for the past 20 years and you have no idea what it means? We have to call each other to task on this, because the more that we keep it going, the more it can't go away. I hope that that makes sense to you guys. Racism doesn't work anymore. Goodbye. Sexism, misogyny, infighting with women, looking at somebody who is of a gender or sexual orientation that you do not currently understand and judging them, or allowing others to judge them. No, just no. A lot of times, this kind of stuff happens because of lack of understanding. So why don't we open the conversation? And I have to tell you, it is not the responsibility of the person who is being targeted to teach you about them. That's not their responsibility. It's upon you as the person living in the world. You need to learn. You need to ask the questions. You need to stop assuming. Educate yourself so that when you find yourself more and more encountering somebody who you have never encountered before, you don't look at them like they're a strange reptile at the zoo. You instead say, "Hi, fellow human, help me understand more about you. I'm interested. I'm not judging. I'm literally interested." Okay? That is the energy we need to have moving forward. And if you are in the company of people who are disparaging somebody else because of their race, because of their sex, because of their sexual orientation, their gender, whatever it is, you need to say something, because your silence is just as disgusting and violent as whatever it is they are saying. It matters what we say, and it matters what we do now more than ever. So let's just take it upon ourselves to knock it off once and for all. And that is uncomfortable, and I'll tell you why. Because a lot of us have been trained as epic peacekeepers, right? And that means in any situation, we come in and we say, how do I keep this situation from blowing up? How do I get in and out of this with least amount of damage, least amount of resentment, least amount of uncomfortable conversation, and all the things, right? it's just kind of the way it's been, especially with family. We accept really unacceptable behavior under the guise of family, friends, and community. So it is difficult, and I want to acknowledge how difficult that is, because it means that you're taking a stand, and it means that somebody else may disagree with you or be upset by what you're saying. But I want you to ask yourself, if you find yourself in this situation, what is more important? Keeping somebody happy and peaceful in their bigotry and small-mindedness, or protecting the current safety and future of those who need your protection? Just saying. So think about those things. I don't know why this is coming up so hard today, but who knows anymore? So I guess all of that to say is that we are the ones who need to make the small changes and say something when we see something. It's all of us who are in our hearts, who are loving, who are kind, who want to see people coming together and understanding that we are not separate from each other. We are all humans. We are all from the same family, made of the same stuff. And whatever iteration that takes on this planet is awesome. And we want to understand all the things and be open to all the things and teach our children to be open and loving and kind and not to use their eyes to make judgments on anything, because that is just one of your senses and not the best one, right? So let's use all of our senses. Let's be in alignment with ourselves, and let's speak out against misalignment and unkindness in whatever form that it takes. So there's that. Coffee sips, which is still hot. Best invention ever. Okay, so in addition to that, if you have chosen your 2021 words, do something interesting with them this year. Think about them every day, because I'll tell you what, for 2019, my word was power. For 2020, my word was flow. And I'm seeing a pattern of how that has moved me through my year, and like what different forms, like in 2019, what did that mean? What did my power mean? In 2020, what did flow mean? And touching base on whatever word you have intuitively landed on, or words or phrases, as you move through this month, as you move through this year, it's really amazing to see how it pans out. So whatever your word is, and I posted something in the Facebook yesterday. I think I'd love to hear what your words are, but touch base on them for yourself and just kind of see what they resonate with. I feel like as we move through the year, whatever phrase or word you've picked, it's going to change. And I do also feel that 6 months into this year, there's going to be another huge shift. So I personally, only like when I did my card pulls for 2021, I stopped in June because it felt way too wobbly to move further than that. So I don't know if you guys are feeling that too, because it's kind of interesting, right? But not shocking. So anyway, wait, there's one thing else I have to tell you guys. Yes, we have a few spots left for Your Body Is Not a Machine. That is starting on Sunday. It is a 6-week immersive activation, which is my fancy way of saying it is a virtual workshop, which means we meet every Sunday at 4 o'clock for about an hour, hour and a half. And then there's stuff that I send you during the week. You do not have to be live for this. So if that's an issue in your thinking that you can't be somewhere at a specific amount of time, don't worry about it. It is sent to you and recorded, and it is formatted so that you don't have to be live. But if you're live, it's fun. But anyway, this is the start of my 6-week activation courses. And I'm very excited because this is the first one where we're gonna delve into your body stuff, because your body is very important. It is the house for all of your magic here on earth. It is your container. And we have spent centuries, especially as ladies, being unkind to our containers. It's gotten to a point where it's so chronic that we can't really even tap into our magic in its full potential because there's this little niggling thing in the back of your brain that's like, well, I didn't lose those 10 pounds. Am I good enough to do anything? Right? So once and for all, we're going to pull that thread out of the tapestry, figure out what your unique body story is, because all of them are different. And then only after that, only after we figure out what that story is, love it, understand it, and own it. Tell it to each other. Release it so that we can create a new body story that's moving into alignment with New Earth energy, that is kind and loving and expansive, and that allows you to let go of the past, especially the past 60 years of diet programming and body programming and body shaming and sex guilt and all of those things that we have been burdened with in our culture at this time. So time to let go of that as well. Lots of things to let go of, but all good things to release. So if you are interested, you can click whatever link that I put there and you can sign up. Restoration People, you can use your code, you can get 10% off. Super excited to start with you on Sunday. And then Restoration People, on Friday, the 8th, we have our first masterclass with Petra Tackert. She is an astrologist and she's going to be tapping into the energies of 2021 and beyond and giving us her take and spin on all the things. And she's also going to be offering you guys a special discount if you want to get your natal charts done or anything like that. So that's going to be hitting live Friday night. You will get the recording right after. So you don't need to be live. And this is only for Restoration members. So this month, astrology. I'm pretty excited to share that with you guys. All right, my friends, I'm off to do the things of the Monday and sending you lots and lots of love. Happy New Year. And if you need anything, please reach out. And otherwise, I will see you Wednesday morning right here. And if you have enjoyed, please share. Mwah. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and follow.